Hello, everybody. It's me. Yeah, it's me. Oh, I gotta get my hand out of the way. Hi. That's my car. Yep, you seen it? That's my new floor jack right there. That thing. Because that one likes to drop when I put that stuff right there on it. What's the point today? Well, that's an M20. It is a higher gear ratio, meaning numerically lower. It's a wide ratio 4-speed. So I have an M21 in there, which is a close ratio. All four gears, 1, 2, 3, 4, are close together. Versus this one, they're more spread out. 1 to 1 is still fourth gear, but first gear, second gear, third gear are wider. So for a higher geared rear end like this has with 3/0 gears, instead of having to slip the clutch to get off the line, which you guys have seen me do lots of times in videos, it's kind of annoying. Yes, that's a lava lamp. I gotta turn it on. I'm outside in the garage. Why am I filming on the phone? Good question. Good question. Okay, it's on. This is an M20, so I'm gonna put this in there. So fourth gear synchro started kicking in this. So if I let off the gas, the shifter pops out of gear. Sometimes it just started doing that. And on the way home yesterday, it started whining in third. Now I knew this transmission was having trouble because it had a hard time going in third gear, or downshift into third. It wouldn't do it. So today's the day I'm going to actually change it, because potentially I'm picking up a shift at a surf shop, like a beach rental surf shop at a resort on Monday. So I'm going to go interview. I'm only going to pick up like 1 day a week, which since I don't work on hot rods Monday or Friday, I just do my own thing every day. And sometimes I call it a pickup day, where I'll clean up like a job that drug over. And I usually work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on my own projects, like that 41 Ford you guys are seeing or whatever. So Monday I need to be at work, obviously, or an interview. So might as well, since today is Saturday, take that and toss it in there. That's the plan. Why am I using my phone and not my GoPro? Well, I'll tell you. The GoPro batteries swelled up and got really hot and they won't hold a charge anymore. So I had to go buy new batteries. So I had to go get new ones. They're not ready yet. And I might pick up another GoPro, another 8, since they have the 9 and 10 out. And I like my 8 because it has the motion sensitive. And then I could mount, because I have more batteries, I could mount it in different positions. Here's the real problem. I have 2 GoPros now. I have an 8 and I have a 3. My 3 doesn't pick up sound or won't pick up my lapel mic. The 8 does. But the 8 won't work because the batteries don't work. So I can't use it. Haven't been able to make any movies all week, and I feel real bad about it because I know, as somebody told me earlier, some of you guys live vicariously through me on Hawaii, which is weird. But I get it, because you guys building hot rods and other stuff that are out there, I watch your videos and I'm living vicariously through you guys building 55 gassers or whatnot, and nomads, and like Don's Hot Rod Shop building those 57 Nomad. Oh, gets me right here every time. And all you other crazy guys and gals. I'm loving every second of it, but I got to get back to filming. So once I get that thing going, my plan is to make more films, or better edited films, and maybe more of them. Having bad equipment makes it really frustrating for me, and my wife had to talk me off a ledge of like just not doing YouTube altogether and just going and working on cars and just not filming anything, because I was really super frustrated, like extremely frustrated with how it works. Like, if this car doesn't work, I can fix it and I got no problem. But technical stuff like phones and this thing killing voice sometimes, and my my GoPro when the lapel mic doesn't work or whatever, or it shuts off because the batteries are bad and it kills half of my half of everything I've taken. When I have 3 cameras going and the one that records sound and doesn't have a picture dies, the other 2 are worthless, no matter how far I drove or what went on. And that's super frustrating for me, and it's easier for me to just like put it all in a pile and light a match and just watch it catch fire and be like, okay, I'm done with it. Flip the switch, I'm on to something new. And my wife talked me out of it because I have a responsibility to you guys. And so instead of just, I was also getting caught up with this upcoming trip for next year. I was like, I don't want to spend any money on equipment because I want to save it all. Anything I can make extra so I can ship the car over. And she said, wisely, you're not even monetized yet. You don't have 1,000 people watching you yet. You don't have enough watch hours. You're not monetized. The channel hasn't made it that far. You don't know if you're actually going to go on this trip. But you do know today you need to change the transmission. She's right. So I should just make videos about the stuff I like because that's originally what I was making this channel for. And I got kind of, as it was getting closer to 1,000, I kind of lost sight of that. And so I apologize for not being into this as much as I wanted to be or should be. Because I really love this car and I like making videos. I like hanging out with you guys. And so whether I take a trip or not, and whether this channel makes it big or gets monetized or whatever, which was the deal for me to take that trip, I'm still probably going to do it anyway. So regardless. So that right there is going in this right here, and with the use of this new jack and a bunch of stands and a flower pot. No, not a flower pot. But that's about to happen. So I'll see you guys when I bring this thing right back. See you in just a second. Where's the off button? Where's technical difficulty? Well, let's see. Next step. Had the camera facing the wrong way. That there is a good looking 4-speed on the inside, this M20. So you see the synchros right there? See how they're like a peak and then they have a flat spot? Real good in there. They're still nice and flat on the top, and even the bronze ones are, the yellow ones are. When they're bad, they get like they get real peaky, like a mountaintop peak. Yeah, that's right stuff, this stuff. I'm letting it set up to become a gasket because I don't have one, and then I'll put this on and just let it sit with the bolts in it, but not tighten it down. But this trans, everything spins real good. It's real nice and smooth, real quiet. This came out of a 68 Firebird or something. Yeah, it's cool. Magnetic tray. I'm getting ready to throw it in. I've just been cleaning up back here in the back. Live dangerously. No battery cables. Water jug for surfing. TP. Surf wax. Jumper cables. Anyway, getting ready to. I'm gonna pull the other trans out of this thing. I'll yank the other trans out, put this trans in, fill it up, get ready, put the shifter on, all that fun stuff. The hardest part about doing this is lining up the hydraulic throw-up bearing on the front of that. I got to pull one of those bolts out, put the stud in, and then the hydraulic bearing rides on that. It's kind of a pain lining up the stud and the bearing at the same time inside a closed bell housing. The scatter shield, I can't really get in there, and so when I pull that tranny out, you're going to see a bunch, this is all dried out, but you're going to see a bunch of brake fluid on the ground because it all comes out, and then I got to bleed it again. Oh yeah, yay for me, fun. Oh look, laundry. Surf shorts, oh yeah. Anyway, see you guys in just a second. Look at that car, it's cute. Alright, here we go. Transmission number 1. M21 out. M20 going in. Close ratio. Wide ratio. So I'm going to pull the cover off this because I never looked inside this tranny and it was starting to kick up, and let's see if we can see the difference between that one and this one. What do you think? I already showed you what that one looked like. Let's look at this one. See you in a second. Alright, here we go. Can you guys see in there? I don't know if you can see it. I'll try and put a light here so you guys can see this. Can you see these teeth right here on the synchro? I don't know if you can get in there good enough to see that. See that one tooth right there that's kind of janky, and how these synchro teeth are really small. See how these brass teeth are really short compared to, well, these brass teeth here, if you guys could see them. You see how they're slightly wider and better shaped, and these are kind of skinny and chopped up. and those are like better and tighter. Well, that's the difference. You see those teeth real close in there? See how good that one is? That says synchros. That's third gear. And that synchro kicks out because those little brass teeth are not lined up good. They've kind of peaked out. They've gotten flat compared to this setup here where all those look good and look like they're kicking the teeth in good, or just like first gear there. So here is, actually this is first, second, third, fourth. So fourth gear, if you're looking, you see that tooth right there, how it's grabbed in. That's my problem. And notably, this tranny is a lot drier than I thought it was. Like, it was lower on oil than last time I checked it, and there's no dipstick. Well, there's no dipstick on these 4-speeds anyway, but there's no drain plug on this one. There's a fill sight plug, and I checked it like a little while ago, and it still had a bunch of fluid in it. So the bearing in the noise in third gear is more than likely the bearing from how dry those teeth are, but the synchros, third has always had trouble, but fourth is now kicking out of gear. It had the kicking out of gear, third, fourth synchro, they're the same synchro. They're the same ring, the same slide ring. So this one being weak, that one bouncing in and out and kicking out, that's definitely my fault. The teeth themselves look fine. There's no wear on the teeth, really. No chips and stuff like that. So I could just throw synchros in this and bearings and be fine and have another 21. And I stopping this point before it got bad. That's why I'm not driving it anymore. That one will be fine. But this one here, the shift forks and everything look good in it too. There are two different styles. If you look at these have a bolt-on style, and these are a stud. Early, late, different revisions. This is I think this is the early style. Late is bigger like this, or like this has two big ones like this in there. So this was like a mix. This tranny, according to the date code and everything else, is like a late 68 M21. This case I think was swapped. I mean, obviously there's some difference there. And this one too has been changed because that tail shaft housing, this tail shaft housing is what it would have been in like, the Speedo is on, see the Speedo here? The Speedo is on the other side, which would be, I don't think that's Pontiac. I can't remember. But this one, anyway, this is going the other way. So that's what's up. And this is my stud I have to change out for the throw-out bearing. I have to put this stud down here. And this is my shim. And I didn't lose any brake fluid. So I'm good. And there's one ring and no rings. Wide ratio, close ratio. 20 and 21. That's the difference. The gears are different. Anyway, I mean, we're talking like a 220 first gear ratio, 254 first gear ratio, 1 to 1 fourth, 1 to 1 fourth. The splits are slightly different, you know. I think it's 254, 187, 143, 1 to 1, and I think this is 221, 220, 178, 178, 123, I forget what it is, 130 something and 120, I forget all the different ratios, but they're numerically lower numbers is a higher ratio, numerically lower numbers, or higher numbers is a lower ratio. So like 411s or 3.0 gear or whatever. Anyway, this is actually going off without a hitch. I'm not minding this swap. Normally it's a pain because of that other jack, but this jack's actually pretty nice. So I swapped the tranny mount over. This is ready to be buttoned up and tightened up all the way. I just wanted to look in there and see, so now I know what to order for this to rebuild this one. Yeah, that's it. Look at this mess. Man, I made a mess. Alright, back together. See you in a bit. Ooh. Well, that escalated quickly. Yeah, that jack works great. There's a cross member. Trans is in, clutch is in, all that stuff in. This is my issue. So, these slots, this is reverse lever. And this is the 3-1-2 shift lever. So early style shifters, the trannies like this, if you can see it. There's a stud. I'll take it off here. There's a stud right here. And this slot. And this goes like that and fits on that. And then the tranny shifts this way on that with this. Now, the later style, like I have in this car now, the M20 has bolts. And the slot, this thing here is longer, about a 1/8 inch longer than this, and it has a protrusion, not a protrusion, but a relief for a 3/8 stud or bolt to go through instead of those. And so that's what I'm waiting for. So my buddy George, I'm gonna go shopping at his house tomorrow because I'm almost ready. But I got everything done. All I got is the transmission cross member, which I built all that. You've seen that. That cross member and the brackets, it's like jack the car up, slide it in, 4 bolts. I mean, it's super fast and easy. The drive shaft, you can see it down there duct taped. That's just like slide up, slide in, done. And then hook this up with the quick clips, and then that's it. The clutch was pretty easy. Everything else went pretty good. It went like so much easier. I got the whole thing done. I only smashed my thumb once. Let out a couple color from metaphors, but nothing serious, nothing to be embarrassed about. Because this channel is like, you know, super PG. So that's it. That's where we are for this evening. So we'll pick up for it tomorrow. Maybe I'll end this video here, put them all together. How am I going to do that? Maybe, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Maybe I'll put all the videos out as separate videos, as a series of, I don't know what, or I could edit them all. I don't know. We'll figure out something. See you tomorrow, probably. And see. Alright, we're back at it again. Actually, we're getting ready to change out. I gotta go get the bumper. Where is it? It's in here. Okay, so M21, close ratio, 2/21, 1 1/4. Early style, notice the 1 notch. 27 spline, 10 spline front. This tranny I put in here is a later 6970. The weird part about it is, here's the deal. So what I ended up with was, I thought I was going to get a wide ratio M20. What I ended up with, and as I was looking at it, if you go back through the video, you can look and see the teeth angle. Remember we talked about that on Muncie's? So there's the angle of the teeth. This one's at like 45 degrees, which is a, you know, standard M21, M20, 45 degrees. About 27, 35, 27, slightly straighter pitch is the M22. If you go back and look in the video, I'll wait. Do 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 do. It's an M22. That's what I ended up with. So same gear ratio as that, but now I have an M22. So it's noisy in all 4 gears, like it howls. So if you watch the movie 2-Lane Blacktop and you hear that black 55 ripping through the gears and that gear whine, that's an M22. So that's what that sounds like now. So now our new videos are, you got blower belt and yeah, a little bit of a gear whine. I'm gonna change it. That's why I turn it around. I'm changing this rear bumper. Hold on, hold please, hold. Let's go in the closet of, there it is. There it is. This is a way better bumper. Besides, George wants me to change this. I feel bad. I didn't change this out when George gave it to me a while back, and you know, I'm a bad friend, and George is a much better friend. Look at the difference. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's perfect because it came from the bottom of George's heart. Well, up in his attic where all of his hot rod, where some of his hot rod parts are. Hey, look, there's a Cola crank. Anybody need that? It's a stroker. 3.62, so 3 5/8 stroke. If I throw it in a 400 block, it makes it 360, 358, 363. Something like that. If I throw it in a 350, it makes a No, wait. Maybe it makes a 3. I don't know. I have to do the math. I don't want to do the math. I don't want to do math right now. So notice, this is the late, early, I can't remember. There's a different style of 57 right here. Is one of these is a different style than the other one. I forget the rules. I think the one with the rounded corners, like the smaller rounded, I think this is early and those are later. Or this is early and this is later. I don't know. But notice this has the provision for the backup lights and this does not. This, I got to take that blank out and put it in here when I swap all this around. So that's going to happen on the next video. This video I'm going to finish and edit. Yay me, M22, huh? I mean, I still have my 3.0 gear and my high ratio tranny, close ratio tranny, so I still got to slip the clutch to get out of the hole, but I've never had an M22. I've always wanted an M22. So now I got to go find another M20 or change this gear ratio back to 411s. Huh? 411s? No? Yes? No? 389s? 370s? I mean, the trip's not coming up for a while, so I could put 410s in it, or 411s in it and have fun with it in the street. I mean, I'll be doing 55 at 3,000 RPMs, which, you know, I only do 55 for a little while here. The rest of the time, then maybe I can get stuff going, and I'm not going to break that M22. I mean, I might break the M22. If I turn the wick up on this, I could maybe break the M22. I don't know. Look, there's my doggy. Hi, puppy. You're such a good girl. Oh, don't look scared. Good girl, Molly. She's scared. Okay. I'm going to finish this video, and I'll see you guys later. Aloha. Look at me in the reflection. Gosh, I'm cute.